Now, what is it Wade Barrett, the wrestler, says, or used to say? I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Yeah, unfortunately, this is bad news, whichever way you look at it. Now, I wanted to highlight this because I think it's quite important for those people that like to collect physical Xbox 360 games. We're going to talk about two of them here. Okay, one I'm not 100% sure on, one I am 100% sure on, and that is, if you've got the physical discs, after July 29th, 2024, you won't be able to use them. Okay, so I'll say the first one, Resident Evil Revelations, you can still play the single player, but the online part, at least the Xbox Live stuff, will not work unless you download the free DLC. If you don't have downloaded the free DLC, you will not be able to play online with people, and the servers are still up for this. Not a massive problem for a lot of people, but it is what it is. At the end of this part of the video, I will show you that on Resident Evil Revelations, with no commentary over that bit, at least anyway. So that's the first one to be aware of. The second one's a bit of a biggie, okay? And that is Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate, or also known as, I think it's Dead or Alive 5 Last Round. Now, this is a big one, okay? This, I don't want to go on about prices. It doesn't matter whether this game is £1 or £100, okay? It's not cheap by any means compared to most for Xbox 360 games. The going rate is around about £15 to 25, maybe 30. You will not be able to play this game at all unless you download the free DLC. It prompts you when you put it into, once you start the game up, that you must download, I think it's 4 different free DLCs, something like 0, 9, 14, 21 and 30 or something like that. And don't quote me on that, it's not those exact numbers. But bearing in mind this game has got over 630 DLC pieces for it, and lots of it is free, it's a bit of an issue. But what makes it more of an issue, okay, is, well, the ones that it tells you to download, the game still doesn't fucking work anyway. So you have to download, just to rule out everything, every single piece of DLC, free DLC that you can get, mind you, well, I think, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Every bit of free DLC, just to make sure it works. So after July 29th, 2024, it ain't gonna fucking work anymore. So what I want to know from you, if you watch this video, is if you're aware of any other Xbox 360 games, physical games, that require you to download DLC so that you can play that game. I'm not talking about updates when you put the disc in and then it updates. Not that bit. No, actual DLC that it tells you once you click start on the title screen or the A button, whatever it asks you, that you have to then download DLC in order for you to play a certain part of the game. As I say, if this example, Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate Last Round, I can only assume that Last Round needs the same thing, okay? I could be wrong, but you tell me, okay? I'm asking you to put comments below if you watch this and tell me if you're aware of any physical games that, well, yeah, that will be completely unplayable after July 29th. I can say that I can confirm this with Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate. That's a given. But effectively, after July 29th, anyone that buys this game for whatever price it's currently going for, now at this moment in time, it's currently going for, yeah, I've already said, you know, between 15 and 30 quid. But anything after the July 29th, you buy that, it's a beer mat. It's a bird scarer if you hang it in the tree. Crikey, it's I guess the best it could be is that you can take the box and use it somewhere else, you know, a replacement box, but that's it. So my advice would be to just download that DLC anyway onto your account, your Xbox account, and you don't have to save it. And hey, look at that, look. My good old Kinect is kicking off behind me. Brilliant. Anyway, fuck that. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's a difficult one, really. But yeah, I say at least you've got a bird scare or a beer mat after that. Anyway, check this out now. This footage I've done just to show it. Got a bit of commentary in the Dead or Alive 5 bit, but not in the Resident Evil Revelations. But yeah, if you're with any other games, drop a comment below. Let us know, because I think this is important. Okay, this helps out people that are collectors, and if they were to buy these games, at least Dead or Alive 5, they're not going to be out of pocket by buying it. I mean, yeah, they can get their money back, but obviously the price will plummet of those games, absolutely. So, yeah, just to give you a heads up. Anyway, onto the evidence. And I know you're waiting for some GameCube stuff from me, and I do apologise. Just so much on at the moment, I just can't do what I need to do. But I think this is important. So, yeah, let me know in the comments below if you've got anything at all related to physical games for the Xbox 360 that do not work or will not work after July 29th because they require free DLC in order for them to work. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Ciao for now.
Resident Evil Revelations.
This is just to give you an overview of the DLC. Yeah, it's there's a lot of it, and as I've already mentioned previously, some of this is actually DLC characters, but there's a lot of content here. I think about 4 of these content are actually characters. The rest of it is free DLC. So yeah, make sure you download this DLC before the 29th of July 2024. Otherwise, you will not be able to play Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate. And again, I would assume Dead or Alive 5, or as it's also known as, Last Round. So there you go. So here we are having a look at the title screen here on Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate. Last Round, as it's also known as. This is just to give you a bit more overview, okay, of what I'm talking about. I do find this game's a bit slow with certain things, loading things up. I can't go over this properly here. But if I just move down once, 635 bits of DLC for this game. That's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, so I'll show what it's like on the Xbox hard disk in a moment, but I mean, yeah, there's specific DLC numbers that you need to get in order for you to be able to play this game. Because if you don't install it, you won't. All it will do is when you're sitting at the title screen, is it will sit there on fight, and you won't be able to do anything. That's my understanding, at least of it, anyway. And I'm not prepared to delete all of the DLC, but it does warn you. It says that you need to have this DLC in order to play this game. So yeah, it's, what can I say? It's really shitty, if you ask me. But there's obviously another way to play this game. You can play it on Xbox One. I think it's Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. So, yeah, it's entirely up to you. But if you're a collector, then you're going to be a bit bummed if you spend X amount of money on Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate on the 360 and find that it doesn't fucking work. So anyway, get that DLC whilst you can before July 29th, 2024.